there are people out there that didn't like the show.
What?
What's that like?
No.
Couldn't be me.
Could not be me. Sorry.
What's it like to be wrong? I wouldn't know. I was right.
What's it like to just be mad?
Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching Wednesday, Season 1, Episode 8.
A Murder of Woes. I love it. I love a pun. I'm here.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
No notes. Oh, yeah! No, there's notes. No,
not very many.
Not really. Like, I have little things
Sure.
that I would nitpick. Like, I think the siren's power was dumb.
Yeah.
I really wanted... Why is it red?
I don't know. Okay, I don't know why it's red. I don't know why it's just their normal voice, and they can't. We didn't have access to any of Ariana Grande's like vocal stems anywhere. Like,
do you remember me playing those for you? Yeah.
What are we doing?
And I almost wanted actual like notes or even like bubbles and pearls or I don't know.
But it's more like the Umbrella Academy. It's like Allison's. I heard a rumor.
I think even that
power. Yeah,
packed more of a punch.
I agree. I agree.
And I'm not gonna complain. I really wanted what's his face? Crackstone, Crackhead, whatever his name is. I really wanted him to have knocked Bianca in the fountain.
Right? None of these bitches grew a tail by accident.
No, I know.
I'm like a little annoyed about it.
We loved it. Here's the things that we didn't like. No.
Here's the issue.
I don't even know where to start. They had fooled Tyler. What's his face? He had fooled me.
Yeah.
Well, because they made sure to like lampshade that her powers can be unreliable.
Yeah. Well, and also a Hyde monster implies that there is a Dr. Jekyll side, which is
I think it's just normal,
but which is unknowing really of the other half.
Well, it apparently started that way.
Yeah.
No, the whole time when they were trying to, and it was checking off every box that I wanted.
Yeah.
Because I loved when they showed up, and there was like, because we had Ajax and we had Yoko, and then there was like 5 mermaids.
Yeah.
They're, they're the mean girls, but yeah, I was waiting for it to be a misdirect, and she was about to go ham on him, and I'm like,
2 tasers, and then she had a ball-peen hammer that she said, let's check your reflexes. No, that was just a regular saw.
And I was like, oh, no, this is not him. And even through, like, the whole thing with his father and, like, the police station, and he's like, I want to talk to her. And he was like, what's it like? And she was like, what? And he was like, to lose.
And then his eyeballs, it was like, he went, like, dead in the eyes. It was actually quite good. I should... What's his name? Hunter Doohan? Good.
I was surprised.
Yeah. Also, he's still out there, according to the end of the episode, so he could still be a menace.
For those out there waiting to find out, I never could handle it.
No, he was...
freaks me out every single time.
Well,
and then we get to see it happen in real time.
That's what I was going to say, is it got worse in the finale, in the last episode, because... we watched it happen like 3 different times. His eyes just blah.
So I was kind of right.
Yeah.
Christina Aguilera, that was weird. Christina Ricci. Could you imagine Christina Aguilera season 2? She's the siren queen. Okay. Christina Ricci was Laurel.
And it was about her boots.
You called that too.
I called the boots early.
I really wanted her to take the wig off and have like blonde hair.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that and it didn't happen.
Well, and then she also, because you called the botanist part, and she was like using it to create like elixirs and shit.
Yeah, and she also used it to presumably kill off Principal Weems.
Ugh. Big bummer. Big RIP.
I mean, she is a shapeshifter. I'm sure with a half decent writer, you could find a way to have Gwendolyn Christie still on this show.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
Because we lost Gwendolyn Christie, Christina Ricci, and Ricky Lindholm. Just one fell swoop.
Yeah, literally. I'm bummed by that. I know that Gwendolyn Christie is like a hot commodity and she's very busy, but I think she could have had a pared down role in season 2.
She could have done 3 seasons of this because it's Netflix. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and if she's already Sandman got renewed,
that's going to take 5 years before they decide to cancel it after they filmed 2.5 episodes. So I mean, she kind of does have time.
Yeah.
This seemed like, and her character, it seemed like there was more there. It was Get Glammed by Megan was the Snape. And I was like, yeah. It seemed like there were... Because you remember the first Harry Potter movie or book where you were like, I think Snape's the bad guy. And you're like, no. And you're like, nah. And then they do that 1,000 more times over.
Yeah. And then you realize that he wasn't a bad guy, but he was like violently bullying an 11-year-old boy for a while.
Because his mother wouldn't sleep with him.
Yeah, it's like big yikes.
I think the Harry Potter comparisons are apt.
Sure.
And I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
There was a point in watching this like final battle where I was like, did this need the Addams Family?
No, probably like we could have had an IP.
But they've tried that. It usually ends up not working. Usually ends up being generic and stuff. And I was fine with the Addams Family element, but
I also like at the beginning I was a little bummed and I wish that we would have had a capper with Morticia and Gomez, but I was a little bummed that Catherine Zeta-Jones and Luis Guzman were only going to be guest stars, but then I think it really worked because this is just about Wednesday and like her coming of age, and I really dig it. I love also like all her relationships. Like I really love how it ended up with Xavier, and she manages to keep these fucking dudes on the hook because he was big mad at her when he was in jail. And now he's like, I bought you a phone. Maybe you should text me.
She's the don't count on it. And then punched him in the nose and walked away.
Kicked him in the nuts and like peace sign, moonwalked her way away. It's very funny. And like her relationship with Enid is very, very sweet and cute.
We cheered. Like, I was, like, fist pumping. And we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming, but it's that thing that I say a lot of times where I'm like, I love sort of, like, mystery shows with mystery elements and stuff, and figuring it out if I figure it out, that doesn't detract from it for me. If anything, I'm more excited.
Because you want to see how it's going to specifically unfold. Like, you called Christina Ricci in episode 1. And
I was like, well, there's going to be a big battle. And I was like, we're going to have Enid's going to wolf out and blah, 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 blah.
Well,
and
to that point, it was like Goody Adams like inhabited Wednesday because she got stabbed by Crackstone. And
she was just like
getting stabbed left. She was like Boromir levels.
Yeah, but she was also just like on her way out. Just she was like, must be Tuesday. And Goody Adams was like,
let's hang on. So I really appreciated that because then Goody was like, well, the amulet that you have, and you made a really good point where you were like, the thing is that they set that up in episode 1. Whereas
it's a MacGuffin.
Yeah, but you're right, if this had been like Once Upon a Time or anything less well plotted than this, we would have spent 20 minutes at the beginning of this episode having a flashback to when Morticia gave Wednesday that necklace.
Or having Enid or one of them give it to her before she walked into the crypt.
Exactly. Right? And it's just so much better because it also it gave an emotional punch in episode 1 because Wednesday was like, I don't need your tacky jewelry, Mom. And then it packed an emotional punch here because you're like, she's had the tools she needed all along. And it's just sort of, I love it. This might be on my top 10 TV shows for the year.
Well, because it evokes Morticia, it evokes Catherine Zeta-Jones, even though she wasn't in
I loved it.
This. Yeah, it was really good. I loved Enid's effect.
Yeah.
I think she looked great. I was so happy. There was a extremely disturbing half.
Yeah, there was an in-between, which was not amazing.
Where I was like,
kill him with fire.
But she was like an anthropomorphic werewolf, and she was white blonde. And
she had little pink spots,
pink patches. I think she needed to be a little shaggier. I think she was a little too like.
I also think it could have, if she had like a little mane or something, she could have been like pink on one, because she actually has like pink, purple, and blue. And I think she could have, I think it would have been cute. Also, she was making out sort of successfully with Ajax in the bedroom.
The problem with the Gorgons is that I want to see the snakes. So I would be constantly trying to take that off.
Yeah.
But no, she threw down with Tyler. Fuck that. Ugh.
Yeah.
And
Abomination.
I kind of would want him in a season 2.
Sure.
And depending on where we go with this show and how long it goes, I think he's still redeemable.
I would say I would prefer to save him for a potential season 3, because otherwise we're running into like a Ben Barnes in season 2 of The Punisher situation where it's like, why are you blowing this wad so early? Like,
but if we do that, then I would want him to be a villain. I was thinking it's more like a Buffy and Angel thing.
Sure.
So regardless, I think that they could keep him.
Yeah. Well, he's so cute. He's like and he's good. He was good.
I just felt bad for the sheriff. The sheriff.
Oh God, he shot him too. That didn't kill him, but he did shoot him.
But he like got there and like cleaned him up, like got him. I really like Crackstone.
Yeah. Also, Eugene is like awake and he's okay, and he's like so happy to like still be hanging out with Wednesday, and he apparently controls the bees because he sent them after Miss Thornhill.
It was hellish.
So hellish. And the captions were not helping.
No, it was like
murderously pierced by bees.
It was like, ah.
Also, there was some wet squelching.
There was, but no, Crackstone.
He was pretty cool.
It was avant-garde.
Yeah.
He was doing borderline a comedic performance, and I really appreciate that.
I would say not nearly to the same like degree or effect, but it was pinging my Michael Sheen in Twilight.
Oh, it was kind of giving me Ghostbusters 2.
Or that.
Like,
yeah.
By way of Leprechaun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. His makeup was bizarre. I did really love that was Miss Thornhill's, like, desire all along, was to, like, wake up Crackstone so that they could rid the world of all of the outcasts. But then he was basically like, cease your shrieking, woman, or I'll cut out your and she just walks away going, never meet your heroes. Very funny.
The face-eating leopards ate my face?
Yeah.
Says woman who voted for the face. Yeah.
It was that vibe for sure.
We did neglect to mention in the previous episode, this series especially, we needed to implement a corrections corner at the beginning of because we forgot to mention their date where he took her to Crackstone's crypt to watch a scary movie, and it was Legally Blonde.
Amazing.
To which Jenna Ortega was like,
terrified. and we both just started singing Hoku's
Perfect Day.
And my husband started laughing at us.
But yeah, I thought it was great.
Me too.
I really
big thumbs up. 2 big thumbs up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if you have like a tween kid, I think they'd probably like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like we need to go more, but really I
mean, I don't have much more to say. It was good. I like that they all sort of banded around Wednesday at the end. They like her, and I find that very interesting.
She hugged Enid.
I also like, she doesn't really have any antagonists left amongst the student body, which I find very interesting. I would love for the antagonists to come from outside.
Yeah, and I would like to, if this continues, and it probably will, I would like to get more from the other kids, because I didn't commit it to memory, but they said by name the other 2 sirens.
Yeah.
The boy, because Enid was mad about the secret.
I think Davina and Kent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like, I should have known Davina, because I danced with a girl named Davina. But she was like, even Kent?
Yeah.
Like,
he's the hot one that was wrecking all the boats.
But I like that he's like, fucking Kent.
Yeah.
Todd.
Fucking Todd.
Okay, like and subscribe. We have a website where everything links out. We have a Patreon if you want to help keep the lights on. We have a Cashapp and a Venmo. We're going to be back covering all sorts of things. Teen Wolf and Lost will be coming back soon. And just hit the thumbs up. It does the most. And help us get 5,000 by the end of the year.
That's what we're really shooting for. Let's do it. Also, we do see all of your asks and recommendations, and we would absolutely love to, but there's only so much time in the day, week, month, year. So we'll maybe get to it.
We're trying. So, all right. Bye.
Bye.